Hello, welcome to Pause, Practice, Play. Thank you so much for being here today, whether you're catching this live or on the replay. Thank you for being here. If you are finding me on Twitch, you like, share, follow if you're finding value from these daily practices. If you're finding me on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for being here if you're connected on LinkedIn or Facebook. As always, Twitch and YouTube, best places to be. I'll be rolling out some exclusive, longer practices in live practices in those spaces. And YouTube is the best place to be to find recorded classes, short and long classes recorded. And also there's a, sorry, I have something in my tooth. Also, Um, there's a playlist called Yoga Prep, yes, on YouTube, where you can find, and I'll be continuing to upload little practices there, where you can find warm-up practices to use ahead of getting maybe into going into a longer practice, whether it's one that you find on my page or in someone else's classroom. Wrist warm up, shoulder warm up. I'll be working on an ankle and like lower extremity warm up soon. So check that out on the YouTube page. And both Twitch and YouTube links are in the description. With that, let's get into our practice today. This is a power vinyasa practice. Do what you can, honor where your body is at. Bring in any support you need to best support your practice. Today, I'll just be working with a blanket, but do feel free to bring in any props that you need. We will start today lying on our back. You might bring a blanket beneath your head and neck for support. And you're positioning your feet, legs in whatever way feels best for you. Find about 3 deep breaths in and out through your nose. Feeling your belly rise as you breathe in, a little lift through your chest. And feeling your belly fall, feel your heartbeat. One more cycle of breath here. Next breath in, pointing your toes, reach your arms up overhead. Lift or slide your limbs over to your right. Exhale. Come back to center for that full body stretch. Reach. Slide your limbs over to your left. Center breath in. Slide your limbs to your right, engaging your right obliques. Center. Slide your limbs to your left, engaging your left obliques. Center once more, sliding your limbs to your right, stretching through your left obliques. Center. Slide your limbs over to your left. And then coming back to center, bring your arms down alongside your body, palms down, plant your feet on the ground. Lift your toes and the balls of your feet so just your heels are anchored. Breath in. On your exhale, lift your heels, knees up over your hips, then press your heels high. Bend your knees, lower your heels to your mat. Breath in. Lift, knees over hips, press your heels high. Breath out. Bend your knees, heels to the ground. Inhale. Once more, lift, press your heels high. Arms open to a T, bend your knees. Let your knees fall to your left. Breath in. Come back to center, strong through your abs. Breath out. Knees fall to your right. Inhale. Center. Exhale. Over to your left. Center. Over to your right. Center. Once more, letting your knees fall to your left. Center. And once more to your right. Coming back to center, hands over your shins, nose to knees, hug everything in. And then here, reach your arms up overhead. Keep your chin lifted. Breath in. On your exhale, either rolling to one side or rock up. Make your way to modified boat. Heels anchored to the ground, a bend to your knees. Rest your palms out in front of you, arms lifted, shoulder height, shoulder width. Breath in. Arms open to a T, flip your fingers down. Palms up, inhale. Close your arms, exhale. Press your palms forward, breath in. Open your arms, flip your fingers down. Palms up. Close. Palms forward, breath in. Open, flipping your fingers down. And once more, palms up. Close. Reach your arms up, breath in. Legs long, forward fold. Fold over your legs as deep a bend to the knees as you need. Send your arms forward and up, breath in. Plant your right foot on the ground. Twist to your right. You can either drop your left hand to your shin or elbow over your knee. Right fingertips to the ground behind you. Stay for a couple of breaths. Unwind from your twist, reaching your arms up. Right leg long, plant your left foot on the ground, and then twisting to your left, right hand rather, either over your shin or elbow over knee, left fingertips to the ground behind you. And then here on your inhale, unwind, reach your arms up. Both feet on the ground, bring the soles of your feet together. Dropping your fingertips to the ground behind you, lift through chin and chest, squeeze through the shoulder blades, look up. Chin to center, hands either over your shins or clasped fingers beneath your toes. Lengthen up, inhale. Fold, exhale. Breathe. And then here, rising up to a tall seat, bring your knees together, shift your weight, and make your way, let's make our way up onto the shins. So here, coming up onto your shins, we're going to circle the wrists, circle your hands around your wrists, circling one way and then the other. And then bringing the tops of your fingers inside the pad of your thumb, start flicking the fingers, flicking water, flicking bugs away. Breathe. Find about 3 more deep breaths here. Bring in as much air as you can, breathing in. Letting go as much air as you can, breathing fully out. Couple more breaths. One more deep breath in. And exhale, relax your hands, relax your arms, shake it out. Arms open out to a T, breath in. Twist to your right, rotating through belly and chest, breath out. Unwind, come back to center, inhale. Twist to your left, exhale. Center, breath in. Twist to your right. Center, twist to your left. Center once more, twist to your right. Center, twist to your left. And here, coming back to center, hands to hips. Extend your left leg out to your left, anchor through the heel and pinky edge of your foot. Left hand can rest on your hip or drop to your thigh. Reach your right hand high, breath in. Reach up and over to your left, breath out. Back to center, inhale. Reach up and over, exhale. Center, breath in. And once more, reach up and over. Coming back to center, both hands high. Hands to prayer, return your knee under your hip and switch. Right leg extends out to your right, anchor through the heel, pinky and pinky edge of your foot. Right hand can rest on your hip or drop to your thigh. Send your left hand high, breath in. Reach up and over to your right, breath out. Center, inhale. Reach up and over, exhale. Center, breath in. Once more, reach up and over, breathe. And coming back to center, both hands high. Hands to prayer, return your knee under your hip. Tabletop. Here, bring hands to opposite elbows. This is your shoulder width apart. Breath in. On your exhale, coming down. And then plant your forearms on the ground. Palms on the ground. Claw hands. We're anchoring through the pads of your fingers, heels of your hands. And then bring your knees under your hips, hip width apart. So here, elbows under shoulders. Curl your toes under. Breath in. On your exhale, press your right heel up toward the ceiling, toward the sky. Breath up. Bring your knee in. Inhale. Press your heel high. Exhale. Bring your knee in. Breath in. Once more, press your heel high. Stay for an inhale. On your exhale, return your knee to your mat. Stay for a breath in. On your exhale, press your left heel high, squeezing through the glute in the back of your thigh. Bring your knee in. Inhale. Press your heel high. Exhale. Bring your knee in. And once more, press your heel high. Stay for a breath in. Lower your knee to your mat. Extend your legs long behind you, lowering your hips, chest forward and up. Sphinx pose. Ease your shoulders back. Breath in. Lower your chest. Drop your hands alongside your body, palms down. Chin or forehead to your mat. Zip your legs together, engaging your inner thighs. Breath in. Locust pose. Lift your head, chin, chest, shoulders, arms, hands, legs. Lower everything down. Inhale. Lift. Strong through your back. Exhale. Lower down. Breath in. Once more, lift. Stay for an inhale. Lower down. Exhale. Hands under shoulders. Tilt your ribs up for a small cobra. Tabletop. Draw your hips slightly back. Curl your toes under. Breath in. Lift your knees. Hover your knees above your mat. Lower your knees. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Lower your knees. Breath in. Once more, lift. Stay for an inhale. Downward facing dog. Press the ground away. Send your hips back and high. Pedal out your feet. Deep breath in. Empty your breath. And make your way to the top of your mat. Swing your arms open to a T. Halfway lift. Look forward. Inhale. Chair, hips back and down. Reach forward. Exhale. Rise to mountain with arms reaching. Breath in. The unpredictability of my camera is a point of frustration. Here, right arm down. Left reaches up and over to your right. Both hands high. Breath in. Left arm down, right up and over to your left. Both hands high. Inhale. Here, hands to prayer. Stay for a breath in. Fold. Breath out. Arms open to a T. Halfway lift. Here, hips back and down. Rise to mountain. Reach up. Inhale. Left arm down, right up and over to your left. Both hands high. Inhale. Right arm down, left up and over to your right. Both hands high. Breath in. Hands to prayer. From here, we'll lift the right heel. On your exhale, slide your toes out to your right and up. Come back to center. Inhale. Slide your toes out and up. Exhale. Center. Once more, slide your toes out and up. And then keeping your leg abducted or out, we're going to drop the toes to the ground. Bring a little bend to your left knee. Right hand can rest on your hip or thigh. Send your left hand high. Breath in. Reach up and over to your right. And then here, pressing strong to your left foot, you might lift your right foot out and up. Breathe. And then bringing everything to center. Hands to prayer. Send your right knee forward and up. Inhale. And on your exhale, return your foot to the ground. Walk it out, shake it out. Hands to prayer. Lift your left heel. Breath in. Slide your toes out to your left and up. Breath out. Center. Inhale. Slide your toes out and up. Exhale. Center. And once more, sliding your toes out and up. Keeping your leg abducted, drop your toes to the ground. Left hand to your thigh or hip. Right hand high. Breath in. Reach up and over to your left. And then here, pressing strong to your right foot. Lift your left toes out and up as your body allows. Breathe. And coming back to center, both hands high. Send your knee forward and up, hands to prayer. Exhale. Stay for a breath in. And return your foot to your mat. Walk it out. Shake it out. Arms reach out and up. Inhale. Chair, hands to prayer. Send your hips back and down. Big step back with your left foot. Heel stays lifted. High crescent lunge. Reach your arms up. Inhale. Hands to prayer. Twist to your right. Unwind from your twist. Reach up and back. Warrior two. Back heel comes down. Arms drop shoulder height. Straighten your front leg. Breath in. Triangle. Send your right hand forward. Drop it to your thigh. Left hand high. Couple breaths. Returning to your lunge. Option to lift your front heel, reverse warrior. Left hand to your leg or low back. Right hand high. On your exhale, warrior two, front heel comes down. High crescent lunge, back heel comes up. Arms reach up. Inhale. Hands to prayer. Twist to your right. Here you can stay tall in your twist or drop your left elbow toward your right knee. We'll find a chair twist. Gaze toward the top of your mat. Bring your back foot forward, hips back and down. On your inhale, unwind. Fold, exhale. Arms open to a T. Halfway lift. Inhale. Pair, hips back and down. Reach forward. Big step back with your right foot. Heel stays lifted. Arms reach up for high crescent lunge. Breath in. Hands to prayer. Twist to your left. Unwind from your twist. Reach up. Inhale. Open up to warrior two. Back heel comes down. Arms drop shoulder height. Straighten your front leg. Inhale. Left hand forward, releasing it to your thigh. Right hand high. Return to your lunge. Option to lift your front heel. Lay your arms back for a reverse warrior. On your exhale, warrior two. High crescent lunge. Back heel comes up. Arms reach up. Breath in. Hands to prayer. Twist to your left. Here again, you can stay tall or drop your right elbow toward your left knee, preparing for chair twist. Look forward. Bring your back foot forward, hips back and down. Unwind, inhale. Fold. Exhale. Halfway lift, arms open to a T. Chair, hips back and down, reach forward and up. Rise to mountain, reach up, inhale. Hands to prayer. From here, lift your right heel. On your exhale, slide your toes back. Okay. Apologies. On your exhale, slide your right toes back and up. Bend your knee, heel toward your seat. Toes to center, inhale. Slide your toes back and up, heel toward your seat. Center. And once more, sliding your toes back and up, heel toward your seat. You can stay here. Option to reach your right hand for the inside top of your right foot. You can stay here. Or press your right foot into your hand, lifting your toes toward the ceiling. You might hinge forward at your left hip and reach your left hand out in front of you, thumb and forefinger connect. Dancer. Bring your right knee in, releasing your foot from your hand. Hands to prayer, knee forward and up. Twist to your right. Unwind from your twist and return your foot to the ground. Walk it out, shake it out. Hands to prayer, lift your left heel, breath in. Slide your toes back and up, bend your knee, heel toward your seat. Bring your foot back to center, breath in. Slide your toes back and up, heel toward your seat. Center. And once more, toes back and up, lifting your heel toward your seat. You can stay here. Option to drop your left hand to the inside top of your left foot. Stay here. Option to press your foot into your hand, lifting your toes toward the ceiling. And then you might hinge forward at your right hip, right arm reaching forward, thumb and forefinger connect. Focus, breathe. And then bring your knee in, up, hands to prayer, breath in. Twist to your left, breath out. Unwind, return your foot to the ground, walk it out, shake it out. Arms reach out and up, inhale. Hands to prayer. Here, we're going to step the feet a little bit wider than hip width. Turn your toes out, heels in, and sink to yogi squat. Sit your hips down as far as you can. Breath in. And then from here, we'll find our high plank. Palms come down. Step your toes back. Press strong to your hands. Breath in. Lower your knees, knees wide, hips back. Child's pose, forehead rests on your mat. Couple more deep breaths here. Might find a gentle roll of your forehead side to side. Maybe a gentle shift of the hips, side to side. Breathe. And then pressing down through your hands, lift your head, walk your hands back, shifting the weight of your hips. Swing your legs out in front of you, heels to the top of your mat, and you might again bring a blanket behind you to support your head and neck. Reaching your arms long in front of you, flex your toes, bend your knees, breath in. Looking toward your toes, gently lower your back to your mat. Bring your right knee up toward your chest, hands over your shin, hug your knee in. Releasing your right arm down, bring your knee across your body to the left. Bring your knee to center, clasp your fingers behind your thigh, press your right heel high. Bend your knee, plant your foot on the ground, and let your knee fall open to your right. Bring your knee in, send your leg long. Left knee up toward your chest, hands over your shin, hug your knee in. Releasing your left arm down, bring your knee across your body to the right. Bring your knee back to center, clasp your fingers behind your thigh, press your left heel high. Bend your knee, plant your foot on the ground, and let your knee fall open to your left. Bring your knee in, send your leg long, point your toes, reach your arms up overhead. Breath in, slide your limbs over to your left, couple breaths. And coming back to center, full body stretch. Reach. Slide your limbs over to your right. Coming back to center, full body stretch. Bring your knees up, hands over your shins, hug your knees in, nose to knees, curl up, hug everything in. And then gently lower your head. Send your legs long, let your feet fall open, arms alongside your body, palms up, take up space. And together we breathe in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let everything go. And rest, body, mind, breath, here in our final pose, Shavasana. Feel free to rest here as long as you need. So when you're ready, wiggle your toes, fingers, deepen your breath, waking up your body. Bring your knees up towards your chest. Reach your arms above overhead. Breath in. Either roll to one side or rock up. Make your way to a comfortable seated position. Palms resting face down or face up on your knees. Lift your shoulders up. Inhale. Roll your shoulders back and down. Chin to chest. Exhale. Chin to center. Turn your head to the right. Center. Turn your head to the left. Center, hands behind head and neck. Lift your chin gently, drop your head back. Head to center, hands to prayer, thumbs to the center of your forehead. Wisdom, clarity, peace, and love guide you through the rest of your day and throughout your week. Breath in. Open mouth, exhale, bowing forward. Namaste is an expression meaning the divine in me honors the divine in you. Namaste. Thank you again so much for practicing with me here today, whether you are catching this live or on the replay. And once again, please do, if you are finding me on Twitch, follow, like, share. If you're finding me on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you if you're connected on LinkedIn or following on Facebook. As always, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for being you. Take care of yourselves out there. Peace.